In this video, we're going to add a music track to our project. Now you got to be careful about licensing with music. Okay, well, just let me show you one thing here. Now that we've saved our project, we can do an open, and you'll see here that we have an AUP file, and then we have the data that goes along with that. Okay, so you're going to be opening the AUP file. So these are how the projects are stored for Audacity. This here is just a MP3 file I have there that I was going to use, but we'll do a search for something else instead. Okay, so here's where we left off, and this is our track here. So let's squish this up a little bit. Now what we're going to do is add some music. Now, like I said, you got to be careful about your licensing for music. Even if it's public domain music, you should read the license for it just to be sure you're safe. Now at about.com, you can see here they have public domain music free online resources. Okay, so you can start here. We have ISLP, it's a music library, and then there's several others down here. The Free Sound Project, what this is a project where they offer sound effects. So if you need sound effects, this is a good place to go. Let's open this in a new tab here. And when you get in here, you'll see a random song of the day up here. And when you look over here on the right side, you'll see the licensing here. So this sound is licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution License. Okay, and then we have this who it belongs to, and then over here, similar sounds. Okay, and then if we roll down, there's some news here, and then down here we have recently added sounds. Okay, and then again, you can go over and see what the license is. They pretty much all should be Creative Commons. Okay, if it has remixes, so there's different symbols for different things here. So again, make sure that you understand the licensing for these. There's a search up here, so if you're looking for a certain sound effect, you can just type in here what you're looking for. Let's say we're looking for bells. Type in bell and see what we come up with. Okay, and there we are. And then again, you need to look at the license. Okay, so here's a public domain sound. So if you click on it, it'll pay for you. Okay, so you get the idea there. Okay, so you need to log in to download. So you'd want to create an account here. All right, so I just want to show you that for sound effects. Okay, this one has over 67,000 pieces that you can borrow. So let's go here. This is public domain. Okay, so you land on the main page here. Again, you have a search down here, and then you can search in different ways, so scores by composer, by genre, etc. And then over here, you can browse by composers, people, nationality, time period. You can browse recordings. Okay, so there's a lot of different types of music that you can get from here as well. Now, another one that I want to mention, well, there's some other sources on here, but there's a big one called archive.org, and there's music in there. That's the Internet Archive. Okay, so here you see here we have different things. We have 402 billion pages saved over time. We have video, live music, audio. Okay, and then down here, recent posts. So you can go into audio, for instance, and then you can find audio in here. Just make sure you read the license to be sure that you have rights to that, to use it the way you want. Okay, so we have different categories down here, or subcategories. Okay, so just find a piece of music that you like to use, or if you have your own music that you have license to, of course you can use that or your own composition. Okay, so now we're going to continue with putting the music into our timeline. Now we're going to add some background noise to our clip here. So let's go up here, we'll do File, and we're going to do Import and Audio. Okay, and let's pick our sound here and open. Okay, so you see now, here's our original recording, and down here is the stereo audio that we brought in. Okay, so it's a little bit longer than our recording. As you can see, it's probably going to be louder too, but let's have a listen. Okay, so it is louder, so we're going to have to adjust that. Okay, so let's go over here. And let's pick the area here. Now, you see over here, we can turn it up or down. So let's turn it down some. And let's listen again. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, so now what we want to do is just select from here to there, and we're going to delete that. We just hit the delete key, and now we have the background noise, or the background sound, I should say. It's not really noise, along with our original recording. Okay, so let's save this now. So well, we can just do Control S will save it using our Control key. But you can also just go here and just go Save Project. It's already done that since we did Control S. Okay, so now we have that. Now what we want to do next is add an intro, so a little music intro, and an exit off the back end. Okay, so what we would do is, again, you'd need to go and find a recording that you want to use, and then we'll bring that in. Okay, now we're going to put our intro and exit pieces in. Now you see over here, this little clock thing here, we can sync lock the tracks. Okay, so let's do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move them over to the right a little bit so we can get the intro in to the front here. Okay, so what we want to do now is go over to this one. This is called the time shift tool. So click on that, and we're going to put it on here so you see a little arrow like that. And then when we move it over, it moves both of the audio clips because they're synced, okay? So there we go. We now have some room in front here to bring the other one in. Let's just move these over some more. We can move them back later. Okay, and now let's go back to the eye tool, and I'm gonna just select over here, right at the beginning. Now another thing we can do is we can bring these up a little bit. Just so we can get some more room in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do File, and we're going to go down to Import, Audio. Okay, and then here is my intro here that I'm going to use. Okay, so now this is a uncompressed audio I'm using here. It's a WAV file. So it's telling us that Best way to do this is to copy it in. It's the safest way. Read the file directly is the faster way. Okay, so I'm going to do read file directly because I put it in with the rest of the project. Okay, so here it is. Now you'll see that our timeline over here, this is where our project is with the background noise and the audio clip. And over here, we have our intro. Okay, so let's play it, see what it sounds like. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to edit this. I'm going to take out this bit at the front. I'm going to take out this at the back, and then I'm going to fade it. Okay, so let's go here. I'll use our little tool here. Okay, and we'll take out that sound. So we can just hit the delete key, away that goes. Now, let's get our eye tool. Let's see where we want to start cutting this out. I'm thinking here. Let's just do this and make sure that that's the piece we want out of there. Okay, so we'll knock that out. Now what we want to do is we want to fade out. Okay, now you'll see in effects here, we can do fade in and fade out. Okay, so depending on what you want to do. So let's just do a fade in here. We'll fade out on the exit. Okay, so let's have a listen now. Okay, there we go. Now, back to our audio shift tool here. Grab this, pull it all over, and there we are there. Okay, let's go back to the eye tool. Now, we're going to go to the beginning here, and we play. So there's the intro. You may not be able to hear this too well. Okay, and there is our recording with the background. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is put the exit in here. Now I'm going to use the same clip for the exit. So we'll bring it in again. So we'll do File, and then we'll do Import Audio. We're going to import the intro. And we're going to read directly. Now, let's just go up a little bit here. Squish this one up now. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to undo the sync lock here, and we're going to go to time shift, and then we're going to move this one over. Okay, so move it over a little here. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make sure we got our eye tool selected here, and then we'll take this bit off the front here before there's any sound. You see when you delete it, automatically shifted it over. Okay, and we'll go here, and then let's listen and make sure that that's the bit we want to take out. Okay, so that's what we are going to take out of there, so delete key again. Okay, so now let's select this whole thing, and we're going to do a fade out now. We want to fade the music out at the end. So let's go back to Effects, then we'll go to Fade Out. You'll see that it changed it there. Okay, so let's play. And there we have it. So now we have, well, let's save this. We'll do save project. So now we have everything lined up properly. There's our intro. There is our recording with the background. That's our voice narration. Then at the end here is our exit sound. So we have our podcast all ready to go, assuming this is a podcast, but whatever your project is. We're going to assume that this is a podcast. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can put a podcast up for free.